After reviewing two of Saint-Germain's historic landmarks, Café Procope and Brasserie Lipp, I wanted to step up in price and hopefully in food quality and see what Lapérouse has to offer. Founded in the 19th century, Lapérouse is one of Paris's most storied restaurants, known for its discreet private dining rooms and its long list of famous guests. From the 1930s to the 70s, it even held 3 Michelin stars. Today, the prestige is still very much part of the experience, but the real question is whether the food and the overall experience still live up to that reputation. Just a few meters from Lapérouse, which doesn't even appear in the Michelin guide today, you'll find 2 one-star restaurants. On one side, Relais Louis XIII, a true champion of Gallic culinary classicism. On the other, the kitchen Galerie, with inventive, modern dishes that take you on a real journey of flavors and colors. So the comparison becomes inevitable, and especially interesting, when you look at what Lapérouse delivers at a similar, or sometimes higher price level. The decor has been recently redesigned to feel more polished and contemporary, while preserving the restaurant's historic character. The private salon, which can sit from 2 to 30 guests, and which I couldn't film as they were occupied, strike a particularly fine balance between heritage and a modern luxury, with warmer lighting, rich textures, and a more intimate atmosphere. As elegant as the decor are the plates, glasses, and cutlery, details I personally like a lot. Stepping into the dining room feels immediately warm and inviting, the kind of place where you expect to enjoy yourself. After all, the restaurant is nicknamed the House of Pleasures. The first thing that stands out on the menu is the pricing. For a restaurant playing in the same category as Le Train Bleu, the average starter here is about 12% more expensive than at the iconic restaurant in Gare de Lyon. And that's before even getting to the astronomical prices of the caviar. And when you make the same comparison for the main courses, the difference jumps to plus 39% at Lapérouse. At these prices, the dishes really need to deliver. And the gap widens even further with desserts, which are about 49% more expensive here. In Paris, a crème brûlée usually costs between 9 and 14 euros in very good brasserie. At 27 euros, Lapérouse isn't expensive. It's in a different pricing universe. I'm only showing the prices of wine by the glass here, but the full wine list is enormous. And when a single glass costs almost as much as the bottle at the winery, as for the white Châteauneuf du Pape we drank, you quickly understand that you're not just paying for what's in the glass, you're paying for the place. We both choose carpaccio to start, sea bass with basil oil and lemon for me, and scallop with yuzu, coriander, and basil for my friend. Honestly, they tasted just as good as they looked, beautifully presented and genuinely enjoyable. For her main, Patricia chose the rigatoni with black truffle. I tasted both the pasta and the truffle, and honestly, for such a simple dish, I don't think it justified the 56 euros price tag. My dish, even pricier at 57 euros, was royal sea bream with absinthe, fennel and citrus salad, served with a sauce vierge. It was good, though nothing truly exceptional. For dessert, this is where it went from expensive to outright outrageous. 27 euro for a very average crème brûlée, almost 3 times what you'd typically pay in most Paris bistros. 276 euros for 2, and that's without cocktails, champagne or any premium bottle of wine. Just 2 starters, 2 mains, 1 dessert and 2 glasses of wine. Yes, the decor is beautiful, the weight of history is real, the staff is abundant, maybe even a bit too present, and the food is globally of good quality. But at this price level, you expect Michelin-starred cuisine. To put things into perspective, just a stone's throw away from Lapérouse, at the XIII Galerie, you can have a 7-course dinner for €125, and at Relais Louis XIII, a 3-course meal is about €135. I've dined at both. The styles are very different, but cuisine is excellent in each case, and clearly worthy of their Michelin star. With a final grade of 13.9 out of 20, Lapérouse leaves me quite conflicted. The setting is undeniably beautiful, the Saint-Germain location is excellent, and the starters were genuinely good. But the music is too loud, the service can feel a bit overwhelming, and above all, the pricing feels excessive from start to finish for what ultimately remains just good, not great food. At this price level in Paris, expectations are simply much higher. And when you consider the number of outstanding restaurants nearby, including Michelin-starred options at similar or even lower prices, there's very little chance I would personally recommend Lapérouse. It's a historic place, certainly, but today, the experience doesn't justify the bill.